You're watching the 2023 SCAC Fall Media Days, and today we're taking a dive into the Austin College women's soccer program. The Roos will be led as they head into the season under the guidance of head coach Kevin Gregory, along with senior captain, defender Sarah Davis. Coach Sarah, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Coach, we'll get started with you heading now into your second season as the head coach of the Roos women's soccer program. I'm sure the last 12 plus months has been quite a whirlwind and a big transition for you. Just sort of take me through what that transition has been like, what you learned over the course of that first full season, and your excitement heading into year two.
Yeah, whirlwind's a good way to put it, but absolutely pumped to be back in the state of Texas around family and friends. Everyone here at Austin College has been outstanding human beings and absolutely wonderful to work with. So it's been nothing but a pleasure on my end. And yeah, looking forward to going into year two.
Sarah, for you as one of the senior leaders on this team, what's your mindset coming into another fall camp? Where's the excitement level for you as you and your teammates gather once again to head into a new season? And is there a sense of urgency as a senior within this program?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm coming into this preseason. We're all extremely pumped to have so many new players join our program, going more than double the amount of players that we had last season. I think there was a ton of excitement coming in, especially last one of my career here at Austin College. Definitely extremely excited. There is definitely a sense of urgency having such a short preseason to prepare, but everyone has really brought their A game and has really stepped up to the plate these past couple of days for sure.
Coach, Sarah mentions the influx of new players into this program, 15 first years, a pair of freshmen, 17 in total. What are the challenges as a coach that you face when you bring in that type of wave of new players into your program, and how have they kind of accepted those challenges? And what are you looking to see early on from that many newcomers that gives you confidence going into the start of the season?
Yeah, well, I think we played a number of games last season with 13 players total, which is a tall ask of that roster. And they rose up to those challenges outstandingly. But I think it made them extremely hungry and willing to bring in extra bodies. So when you come off the field, you don't have coach going, grab a quick drink, you're going right back in. So I think our group's been awesome about opening their arms to it. And I think obviously bringing in a lot of new faces. I think our recruiting process, we try to negate some of those future challenges by focusing on bringing in high quality human beings first and foremost. So we make sure that they kind of match what we're looking for culture-wise, team-wise. And so far, all the newcomers, I say, have absolutely taken what we're about and ran with it. And obviously we have a great, kind of leadership core in our group this year that's gone, this is kind of how we do things. This is who we are. So it's been up to this point, pretty smooth and very, very fun process. So
Sarah, I mentioned, Coach Gregory now heading into his second season. You've been a big part of this transition and this new era of women's college soccer there at Austin College. What has Coach Gregory brought to this team that you're excited about? Has he been able to inject some new energy into this program that gives you confidence heading into the year?
Oh, absolutely. I would say there's two major things that come to my mind in terms of what Coach Gregory has brought to this team, and that's culture and competitivity. We really worked all last season on building a really strong family culture, and Coach Gregory did everything that he could to embrace that, from welcoming us into the home that he grew up in to have a team dinner with him and his parents and all of our families, to doing tailgates after our games with all of our families after games. It's just really created a family culture, not just amongst our teammates, but even among our families in the community. And then the competitivity. We do, obviously, soccer is an extremely competitive sport, but we take that to off the field, doing little games, seeing who can guess our ETA, our arrival time the most accurately, and keeping track. We just have really brought competitivity to every aspect of this team. And I think that both of those things are really going to help us take us a long way throughout this season.
Coaches, you've started to put your fingerprints on this program, and you head into year two. For those supporters of Austin College women's soccer, whether it be there in Sherman supporting on the sidelines or on the road or watching a stream, what are some things about this group that you really hope that those supporters can expect to see game in, game out? Maybe not necessarily results wise, but Whether it's a culture, a style of play, the type of people, what are things that you feel like your supporters can really hang their hat on going into the year?
Yeah, three very simple things. I think first what we established last year, whatever the roster numbers may be, you're gonna see a group of kids that are gonna run themselves into the ground competing. They're gonna get after it. And the next big thing is you're gonna see an excellent team. I don't mean that technically or scoring goals or results wise. I mean, simply you watch us play, that's a team that absolutely loves each other, genuinely cares about each other, not only the roster and kind of us on the field, but the parents and families in the stands. Just as a whole, I think you walk away going that Austin College women's soccer team genuinely is about each other. And then thirdly, and almost most important, is you're going to see a team that plays with some joy. College soccer should be a very, very positive and fun experience in these young people's lives. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, what are you doing it for? And then we play the most beautiful game in the world. And I think to respect the game and how it should be done correctly, you got to have that little element of joy, almost that old kid getting orange slices at halftime, so to speak, back in rec days, of just never losing why you started playing and what we do it for. So,
Sarah, finally wrapping things up with you, as you've sort of taken inventory heading into this season and closed your eyes and thought about some of the goals for this group. What do those goals look like? What are those conversations that you've had with your teammates about the goals, heading into this year, and what will be key for this group to try and accomplish those goals heading into the year?
Absolutely. So, like I said, last season, we worked extremely hard to build this family culture. And that was a little bit easier having smaller numbers. But bringing in almost double the size of the team this year, that's definitely a huge challenge for us, and something that my teammates and I have really talked about and said that we really want to focus on. We want to embrace all these new players, really welcome them into our culture, and so that they can also learn to embrace this culture as well, which we've already seen. And then, of course, it's to compete. I was brought into this program at a time where I was told, let's build up this program. Let's build up this program. And I think that this is a really exciting year where we brought in a lot of new players. We have this family culture. We have this increased sense of competitivity. And I really think that going into this season, it's just upholding that culture and really getting out there and competing with each of the teams in this conference.
Austin College women's soccer program. Again, the Roos head into the season under the guidance of head coach Kevin Gregory, along with the captainship from senior defender Sarah Davis. Roos will open up the 2023 campaign when they take on Laterno on September 1st. Coach, Sarah, thanks so much for joining us today, and best of luck as you head into the season.
Thanks.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it, Russell.